guys, so I'm here today with the wonderful Richard Dawkins. So we're going to talk about his foundation for reason and science. So first I want to ask you, what motivated you to start this foundation?
I started the foundation immediately after the God delusion. I started two foundations, one in Britain and one in America. I wanted to find a place where I could give a bit of the money from the God delusion to a worthwhile charity, and reason and science, and generally combating superstition. I wanted to give money especially to America because I thought that was where it was most necessary. But you can't give money to America in a tax-efficient way if you're a British taxpayer. So I started a British foundation, and the British foundation is legally allowed to give money to the American foundation. And so that's the way that started. We called it Reason and Science. I had a certain amount of trouble getting it going because the British Charity Commissioners asked, please explain how science benefits humanity. And so we had to sort of plead for that. If we'd been a religion, of course we'd have sailed through without any problem whatever.
Right. Science is helpful sometimes, here and
Just
there.
sometimes,
Just
yeah.
a little bit. So what current projects are you working on?
Well, one that we're working on, which we're very excited about, is the OUT campaign. The OUT campaign's actually been going for quite a while, but we're just about to start revamping it. The OUT campaign is sort of encouraging people who are not religious to say that they're not religious, because it's perfectly clear that in the United States, huge numbers of people are actually not religious, but they don't actually come out and say so.
Well, it's scary.
It is, and I mean, if only a critical number would come out and say so, then I think the rest would follow.
Right.
So we're not in the business of outing people, it's important to say that, because many people, might find it awkward with their family or something like that. But what we are hoping to do is to raise consciousness about that it's a nice thing to be an atheist, or to be a non-theist, or to be a secularist, or an agnostic. Pick any of those, and just make it known that that's what you are, because atheists, non-theists, agnostics, secularists, they're all walks of life, they're all around you. They're waiters, they're bus drivers, they're taxi drivers, they're people who serve you in shops. They're not kind of strange, weird people. They're nice people like you and me.
I am nice, believe it or not. Some people would beg to differ.
Me too.
Yeah, so it is very difficult sometimes to admit it whenever you're not religious, because it's very taboo, it's a scary thing, and I think you're right, if we reach a critical number it will be easier. But what advice do you have to people who are in families or their loved ones are very critical of that? It's very difficult to come out, so what would be a piece of advice you would offer to those struggling with it?
Are you in that situation?
Yeah, I have been, but I think it's kind of old news at this point. I've been doing it for a while, so.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people, I get messages all of the time from people who
So do I.
who say, my family, I'm under 18, I'm not even out of the house yet. How do I approach that situation?
Well, I heard yesterday that there are many homeless children in Los Angeles who are homeless because their parents have thrown them out, usually because they're gay. But there's usually a religious motivation behind that, and in some cases it's simply because they've lost their religion. I think we really need the OUT campaign to persuade people that there's nothing terrible about being an atheist. We're all nice people. We just have a slight difference of opinion about the cosmos and about the way things are organized. You don't have to be scared of atheists, non-theists, agnostics, secularists, and you don't have to be scared of your own children if they are. You go on loving your own children, they're still your own children, and nothing's changed.
Yep, I hope that people take that to heart, and I think the foundation is a wonderful thing, and I think it'd be great if people would be willing to donate to it. So I will have all the links in the bottom in the description, so if everyone will go click it and donate to this wonderful cause, because I think it is very important that we are not cast away from society, and that families do keep their children close and love everyone, regardless of their religious beliefs. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right.